Welcome to Daily Wisdom, Walking the Path with the Buddha, a podcast shared by David Roylance. This podcast is dedicated to guiding you to completely eliminate the discontent mind and the suffering it causes by attaining enlightenment. Learn and practice the teachings of Gautama Buddha that will guide you to fully attain a peaceful, calm, serene, and content mind with joy. To support this podcast, visit patreon.com/support Buddha or visit buddhadailywisdom.com, where you will discover a full range of courses, retreats, and online learning resources to assist you on the path to enlightenment. Now, here's our teacher to share more.
Sawadee Kap. Hello and welcome to Daily Wisdom, Walking the Path with the Buddha. Today is our group learning program, and I'm going to be guiding you in a breathing mindfulness meditation session, then opening up to any and all questions that you might have after our meditation. Each Sunday in this program, I do a chapter in this book where I share a talk on that particular chapter. We do meditation first, and then we do a talk on a specific chapter. This week, we're going to be in chapter 15, which is titled True Love, Love Without Attachment. This is where you're going to be understanding what true love is so that you can actually practice it, because you might be finding it challenging to experience love in your day-to-day life, and this is most likely because you're not practicing true love. Or when true love is coming back to you, if you don't understand what true love is, you won't actually be able to identify it when you're experiencing true love. So by understanding what true love is and practicing it, you'll be able to receive true love, you'll be able to identify it when it's coming back to you, and you'll be able to transform your relationships where you can have harmonious relationships with all beings. So I'd like to welcome all of you to our class today and invite you to join for our meditation. And then afterwards, if you'd like to open up to any and all questions, anything you'd like to ask related to the path to enlightenment, whether it's meditation or any other aspect of the teachings of the Buddha, you're welcome to ask those. The way that I start with meditation is I ease us into meditation with some chanting. This is just to help ease the mind into meditation, and you can actually chant along if you'd like. The chanting sheets can be found on buddhadailywisdom.com by clicking on free books, and then you go down towards the bottom, you'll see the daily chanting sheet. Then I'll be providing some guidance after the chanting. There'll be a period of time where it's just quiet and we're all meditating together. Then we're going to come out of the meditation with some more chanting. And that's where I'll open up to all of your questions that you might have related to your own personal practice or any other aspect of the path to enlightenment. So welcome again, and if you'd like to pull up a chair or a meditation cushion, or if you're on a sofa or wheelchair or anything like this, you can really sit however you're comfortable. I'm going to ease us into meditation with the chanting, and then I'll be back in with some guidance to be able to help you. Arahang Samma Sambuddho Bhagava Bhutang Bhagavanang Abhivateyami Savakhato Bhagavata Tammo Dhammang Namasami Supatipano Bhagavato Sāvaka Saṅkho Saṅghang Namami Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Iti pisu mahakava อะระหังสัมมาสัมพุทโธวิชาจารนังสัมมุโนสกขาโตโรกาวิตูอนุเตโรปุริสาดามาสติสัตตาตาวามนุสนังโพโตภาควาติ Okay, with the lower body and hands and arms comfortable, and the upper body erect, just close the eyes and start breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Here you're just looking to establish the breath, a nice, natural, steady, consistent breath, not forced or controlled, just a gradual inhale through the nose, experiencing the full breath. And then whenever you're ready, exhale out through the nose. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Your breath may not match up with the guidance that I'm providing, and that's okay. This is your practice. I'm just here for guidance. You can use this voice as a reminder that whenever you get to the next inhale, breathing gradually through the nose, developing a nice, natural, steady, consistent breath. And then whenever you're ready, exhale out through the nose, experiencing the full breath. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. With the breath well established, start fixating the mind on the breath, either the sound of the breath coming into the nose or the sensation of air moving over the skin into the nose. The breath is the present moment. Fixate the mind on the breath, the present moment. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. With the mind fixated on the breath, whenever you notice that it moves off the breath, cut that off, let it go, and come back to the breath, the present moment. No need to observe the thought, label it, judge it, analyze it, or even try to figure out where it's coming from. Whenever you notice that the mind is moved off the breath, cut that off, let it go, and come back to the breath, the present moment. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. I'm going to be quiet now, and let you do this work of focusing on the breath, cutting off and letting go anytime the mind moves off the breath. You have nowhere to go. There's nothing to do. No one needs you right now. This is your time to focus on the breath. Breathing in and out. Arahang Samma Sambuddho Emakewa Potang Mahakewanang Apiwateyami Sawakato Mahakewata Tammo Dhammang Namasami Supatipano Mahakewato Sāvaka Saṅkho Saṅghang Namami Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Iti Pisu Mahakewa Arahang Samma Sambuddho Vicacaranang Sammuno Sakato Rokavitu Anutero Purisa Dhamma Sati Satatawa Manusanang Poto Bhagavati. Okay, if you guys would like to slowly make your way out of meditation. Once again, welcome to all of you guys that are joining us in our class today. Anyone who's on Facebook, YouTube, or Zoom, or maybe anyone who's listening to this on the replay, welcome to everyone. What I'm going to do is just open up to any and all questions that you guys have related to the path to enlightenment. You can put that into Facebook, YouTube, or Zoom in the comment section, or you can raise your hand in Zoom and ask any and all questions that you like. Okay, I had a feeling Mr. Leo was going to have questions. Go ahead, sir.
Hello, David.
Hello, hello.
What I wanted to ask is that in a few months I might walk. I think I will walk in this agriculture environment. What I just realized that in the past working environments, mostly in the forest and the agriculture, I often got angry in the day. Later, I think there are a couple of cravings I had because of the hard work, maybe getting tired, exhausted. The working equipment the people offered there sometimes maybe wasn't really good, or some things were missed. So what I realized in the last working environments, I had these troubles. For example, sometimes there were really wide bushes with many thorns on it. And I got really angry because these thorns, it was just a mess to get these plants away and cut them. It was like really difficult. Sometimes I also got angry about other people who were walking with me, because maybe they were, I don't know, whatever. So what I thought is when I go back to this agriculture environment where I will walk, can I do something to prepare my mind? Right now. So what I know is that if I'm in this situation, I need to see the cravings, so be mindful, cut them off right away, and later reflect on them and put a plan together. But is there something I can do before that now? So if I face this situation, I can work with that.
Yeah, what you're talking about is, of course, craving, desire, attachment, and anger, hatred, and ill will. And the Eightfold Path is what's going to help you to knock down your craving, desire, attachment, which includes breathing mindfulness meditation and generosity. But then loving kindness meditation and practicing loving kindness is what's going to knock down the anger, hatred, and ill will. So you could be doing loving kindness meditation for the workers at that place before you actually even go. That doesn't mean you're not going to get angry, but as you say, it's like kind of like preempting or kind of like preparing the mind ahead of time. You really need to understand that the anger that you're having isn't because of the place, it's not because of the people, it's because of what's going on within your mind. And I think you understand that. And you can do as much breathing mindfulness meditation, generosity, and loving kindness meditation, and practicing loving kindness in day-to-day life as you can. But just understand that in order to get rid of these cravings, desires, attachments, they're going to need to get triggered, and so that you can see what they are, so you can cut it off and let it go. But the more of this type of work that you do on the Eightfold Path, to include the meditations and practicing your moral conduct, that's going to help you. But still, you could potentially experience some anger in that situation. And whenever there's anger involved, you would always like to bring in loving kindness, meditation, and then also practicing through your intention, speech, and actions, being loving and kind. That's what's going to get rid of the anger.
Okay. So what will happen often is that if I get this, maybe if I wasn't able to cut it off at the sensations, then it becomes these feelings. And often in the working environment, it's difficult to just walk away, do something else, right? Because they pay me for doing my job. Is there something I could do, or is it just that then I have to dwell in this anger for this few hours I'm working, and afterwards I do the work to cut that off and let it go? Or
You don't
have advice here?
you don't have to dwell in the anger. That's unwise. I mean, you can always go to the bathroom, right? Like employers typically allow that. So that gives you 5-10 minutes to kind of step away and go do that, which will help you to maybe gather your mind. That's always a good approach to take.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then what I also thought about is that when I'm working in this agriculture, I thought about how I could practice generosity there. Because what I think most of the time I will drive these machines. So actually I will be often for my own. And later, so I will come back maybe late at home, and then I do my stuff, right? So I won't be so much be in contact with other people except of my boss and other people who I'm working with. And yeah, I just thought about or is it okay if I do for a half year? I put the generosity a little bit aside. What I thought is what I could do is, for example, spend every day €1 to something. Or I could, for example, if I work 10 and a half hours, the half hour I just don't want money for that. Just give this half hour to the boss. Or yeah, something like this. You have ideas?
Well, first of all, you can't set generosity aside for 6 months if you're interested in getting to enlightenment, because that's what's going to help you get rid of your cravings, desires, attachments, and that's the difficulty that you're having. And remember that generosity is more than just monetary things, right? Like you could be helping out in the office, or you could be bringing some snacks to work for your friends, or bring some breakfast items, or somebody's having a hard time with some particular project. You could like step in, even if it's just for 2 or 3 minutes, to be able to help that individual with something that you're not obligated to do, but it's something that you're choosing to do in order to help that individual. You can be practicing generosity when you're going out to stores, holding doors for people, doing nice things for people that you see. So it would be very unwise to set aside generosity for any amount of time, because you really need to be practicing that daily. But look for other ways besides just monetary things that you could apply your time and effort and energy and your resources to. But there's other things you can be doing as well. You're going to need to look for those things within your environment. And also you can do it where it's really easy and it's not taking an enormous amount of your time. So if you were going to use your financial resources, say maybe you're already at the store buying yourself some food, you can just buy a couple of extra items for the people at work. And this way it takes you all of 30 seconds or an extra minute, so you're not having to spend an enormous amount of time with your generosity. But instead you're still practicing it, but you're doing it in a way that you're integrating it into your day-to-day life, so it's something that you can be doing daily.
Okay, so for example, I would, because once a week I would buy some stuff for me to eat. I could buy like 20 bananas, and every day I give a banana to the 2 workers there.
Yeah, that's one option.
That wouldn't be a lot of generosity, and maybe I can do something else, but because I don't see so much things I could, because here in the city, of course, if I go and maybe every 2 days I'm in the city, I hold a door for someone and stuff like this. It's really easy to do, but there, for me, it seems difficult to do like 4 or 5 generosity things a day, for example.
You're going to need to look out for those things. I can't tell you because I'm not in that environment, but I'm sure that there's generosity you can practice. You're just going to need to be creative and look at those things. Maybe there's someone who needs their bathroom cleaned, because I know you enjoy cleaning, right? There's always something that you can do. It's not about the amount, so don't think about it like, just giving a banana a day to these coworkers. It's not about the amount, it's about the frequency of training the mind to let go.
Okay. Would you say once a day doing one generosity thing, for example, giving a banana every day, is that good? Or would you say that's not really much? This is if you want to get to enlightenment, you should do it more frequently.
You would like to do as much generosity as you can throughout your day. As you're going throughout your day, look for things that you can do to be generous. There's probably items that you have that you could let people borrow. There's maybe things online that you can do. I'm not going to say that only do one generous thing per day, and that's good, because the more that you're practicing generosity, the more it's going to help your mind to let go. There's not like any kind of particular number of acts of generosity that you're shooting for. It's that in situations where you can be generous, you would like to be generous, and you'll need to be creative to find those opportunities for you to do that.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah, thank you for that.
Okay.
Then, just for interest, do other formless beings have all the 6 senses? Or some of them? Can they see, hear, smell, and so on?
Yeah, the formless beings don't have all 6 sense bases because they don't have physical forms, so they don't have the body, right, to be able to make contact with. They do hear, they can smell. I don't know that they can taste or not. I don't have a whole lot of memories from the formless realms. If we go through the sense bases of eyes, yes, they can do that. Ears, yes, they can do that. Nose, yes, I know they can do that. Tongue, I don't know if they can taste things or not. I don't recall that. They don't have a physical form, so they can't experience that. They have a mind, so they can experience that. So they at least have 4 of the 6 sense bases, but I'm not sure about the taste. And I definitely know that they don't have a physical body to experience contact through that. So I don't really have a whole lot of memories from the formless realm. So that's why my knowledge on those kinds of things are limited. But the good news is that you don't need to know those things in order to be able to get to enlightenment.
Okay. If people can see this, because you said that people can see, some people can see these formless beings,
Mm-hmm.
what do they see? Do they see, do they look like human beings or animals? Or?
They can. There can be formless beings that are human-like or beings that are animal-like. There's some that are, from the hell realm. It just depends what realm they're in, of what form they take. The afflicted spirit realm, they can be human appearance or animal. So it just depends on where they were coming from in their previous existence and how they look and which realm they're in.
It's the same with the hell realm. These beings, if they had to be a human before, they could look like a human in the hell realm.
I've never.
Or could they look like some alien?
I've never seen a hell being. I've had contact with hell beings in terms of like mental contact, but I haven't had visual contact with any of the hell beings. But from what other people say, they look very demon-like. So that's what I've seen other people discuss, but I haven't seen one myself to know.
Okay. And I think I know the answer, but do plants have physical pain? No, because they are not living beings, right?
Yeah, they don't have a consciousness to be able to experience physical pain.
Okay, so there's no bodily sensation, no feeling, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
For these objects? No, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Let me see if we have any questions anywhere else on our platforms. I don't see anything anywhere else. So I'm just going to end by thanking all of you guys for joining. Thank you for your interest in learning and practicing the teachings of the Buddha. Thank you for being dedicated to practicing meditation. As you guys would like to learn more, this particular program is Sunday and Wednesday. And this Sunday, we're going to be in chapter 15 of this book, and you can get this book from our website by downloading it for free at buddhadailywisdom.com. You can take it and go print it. You can get printed versions on Amazon. You can also get it at our temple here in Chiang Mai by just reimbursing us for the printing costs, because you'd like to be able to read through this as you're learning in the program. And you can join this program at any time. Even though we're in chapter 15, students join that because we are going forward, and oftentimes people just continue to go forward, and as we restart from the very beginning, they're right there ready to restart. The combination of reading and attending classes, you'll actually be fully informed and develop a foundation in the path that it takes to be able to get to this enlightened mental state. Next week, I'm going to be teaching a Foundation in the Path to Enlightenment course here in Chiang Mai, and we'll be live streaming that. So anybody who would like to attend that, either here in Chiang Mai or through the live stream, you're welcome to attend that way. So thank you all for joining, and whatever you choose to do today, have a very lovely and wonderful rest of your day. We'll see you next time. Sawadee ka.
Thank you for listening to this podcast. To provide support for this podcast, visit patreon.com/support Buddha. To access more teachings, visit buddhadailywisdom.com. There, you will discover a full range of courses, retreats, and online resources to assist you on the path to enlightenment. Remember to establish a daily, consistent meditation practice, along with learning and practicing these teachings. A well-developed meditation practice is the foundation in which to train the mind to attain enlightenment.